And once again, welcome back, everyone, to Edward R. Cooper Field, home of the Linden Tigers. The Zebras for today's game, the officials. Our head man is Walt Nestvogel and his crew. Walt, of course, from Colgate. His crew with the umpire John Fisher from Georgia, Al Treziak, who is from Bowling Green. The line judge is Robert Villanova, who is from Alabama. The back judge is Vic Simon from Rutgers University. John Sarayo will operate the clock. He is from SMU. The Randolph Rams in their visiting white, blue numerals, and blue helmets. They will receive to start off this football game. The Linden Tigers, with Craig Taylor surprisingly doing the kicking off chores, will be giving away the ball. Linden, of course, in their familiar home orange jerseys, white numerals with the black and orange helmets. Usually Ingram does the kicking for the Tigers. However, today it appears it will be Taylor. On the far sidelines in his 18th season as head coach at Randolph, John Bauer Sr. And on the near sidelines in just his 6th season at Linden is Joe Martino. The Tigers and the Rams, both 9-1, both conference champions. Neither one has won the title they're playing for today. Randolph has won a state championship, but that was back in Group 2. The kickoff is a long one by Taylor, and he will tag it all the way into the end zone, and the Rams will begin from their own 20-yard line. Offensively for the Randolph Rams today, Tom Lagatuda, the right tackle, Jeff Jamer, the right guard, the center, Ray Johnson. The left guard is Mike Stingone, and the left tackle will be Dave Herdman. In the backfield, we have Kevin Saltz and Tim Gogerty at the half. Fullback Joe Gangemi. The ends are Dave Cardinale and John Fredericks. An official timeout here, just to prepare the football. They're going out of a shotgun formation. Now they shift around.
That's good.
Little pass is deflected over the middle and it falls incomplete.
It'll be second and 10. Well. Second longest pass, 23, number 32. There's no little play. All right, watch the toss. Quarterback's under center. Watch the toss.
Okay, we believe that Scott Sandler, the Randolph quarterback, is wearing number 23, although originally we were given 32 as our information. So again, Sandler wearing number 23 today. Defensively, Linden will go 4-man up front: Ingram, Willis, Rembish, and John Mack. They will send 4 into the linebacking core. That would be Jackson, Sheridan, Blakeney, and Smith. And the 3 deep men are Taylor, Samanchik, and Brian West. We have a 3rd and 9 situation here. Shotgun. Sandler takes the snap. Goes into the flat for Fredericks. Fredericks has it across the 30. It'll be a first down for the Rams.
14-yard pickup on the play. Oh, yeah, Coach. Yeah, good 6, 7 yard push. No way, not with 14.
And surprisingly, Randolph coming out throwing.
Well, I think they're trying to surprise Linden. They came out in the spread formation. Here it is. The slot back cut out to the side. The tight end came in on a little curl to the inside, and there was enough for the first down.
I wasn't even watching for that, Coach.
All right, Sandler again calling signals for Randolph. They go at the wing tee. The give is to Saltz. Saltz will make maybe 2 yards, having a little trouble with the footing, as will everyone today.
That was a simple counter power play off tackle. Ball carrier slipped a little bit. If he not, he might have picked up a little more yardage. But you're going to see 2 basic teams today, Paul. Very similar. Very similar in style.
Scott Sandler is a junior. He is seeing action in his 6th varsity game today, only his 5th as a starting quarterback. Little swing passes again, batted down by Keith Ingram. That's the 2nd time that a pass has been blocked down by the Linden front line.
Ingram's doing just what he has to do on that kind of play. He took 2 steps across the line of scrimmage, didn't let the blocker get to his body, stuck up his hand and deflected the 2nd time. That play was open, by the way.
The Linden secondary calling out to their coaches, asking for some guidance. against this pass-oriented Randolph offense. Very surprisingly. Well, let's go to a 3rd and 8. Again from the spread. Sandler quickly goes into the flat and all alone, Tim Gogarty. And Gogarty will have a first down as he just gets to the 45-yard line.
That time they come out with a double slot to the right-hand side. 2 receivers cleared and slipped out to the flat, and enough for the first down.
Ball is being spotted on your own 45-yard line.
So Randolph, using the pass, has completed 2 first down passes. And they are on the move here, early going of this Section 2 Group 3 championship game from Cooper Field in Linden. Gogarty in motion. And a lot of movement on the offensive line.
You know, Paul, game conditions have changed considerably within the last hour. That field is starting to dry up, and I would guess maybe by the second half we'd have a fast track here.
There's the call. Procedure against the Rams. It'll cost them 5. Joe Martino, again in his 6th season here with the Linden Tigers, and this his most successful season by far. Gogarty in motion once again, coming to the near sideline. The pitch is to Gangemi, and Gangemi is hit in the backfield by Sheridan. And he might have picked up a yard on the play, but Sheridan cut the play down.
Sheridan and number 31, Keith Ingram.
Sheridan made a nice play, but part of the credit has got to go to Ingram. He strung the blocker out and forced him to cut back to the inside. Doesn't look like the footing has affected the backs at all, other than that first play.
Not so far. There's a man who has to have some good footing today, Joe Gangemi. 17 touchdowns this season. 2nd leading scorer in Morris County. Again from the shotgun. The pass going out to Cardinal, and it will fall incomplete.
See, that's a tough play to handle. That ball traveled about 25, 30 yards in the air when it only would have been a 3-yard gain had he caught it and been tackled.
He's got to play zone. I don't want him going past that hash.
This is the kind of situation both teams are looking to avoid. 3rd down and 13, where it's almost forced to pass, and Linden will be looking for it, and here's a chance where the interception could come unless they try and draw or screen.
Again from the spread. Gangemi in motion. He'll go across the middle to Gogarty. Across midfield, first down for Gogarty as Brian West has to drag him down. But again, a first down pass completion for the Randolph Rams.
They're executing very well. They're spreading the defense out just enough so that they can get people in the middle and curl over to the inside.
Gogarty watching.
Here's the
on
replay.
The pass.
Sandler back. Gogarty comes from the right side over the middle, makes a nice reception, and enough for the first down. That's any indication, Paul, being able to pick up a first down on 3rd and 13, I think we're going to be in for one heck of a ball game.
Ball rest at the Linden 40. The give is to Saltz. Saltz appeared to have a mile of running room to the outside. Instead, he decided to duck inside.
They brought the wingback back in motion and ran a counter trap back to the short side, or the wide side of the field, rather. Linden sealed that off very well. Now here's an interesting coaching strategy. This section of the field that they're in right now appears to be the wettest end of the field, and that probably, if any place on the field, would affect the game.
John Bauer, let's see what his decision is on 2nd and 8. Again, they're going to go to the air, and again to Gogarty. Gogarty still on his feet. He'll be pushed out at about the 30 or 31-yard line. Placement is essential to determine a first down here.
Ball is spotted short of the first down. It'll be 3rd.
On the far sideline, they do a quick measurement, and it is short by about the length of the football. So it's 3rd and very short yardage, and that's approximately how much they have to go.
Randolph's game plan is excellent. They're mixing it up. They're just throwing enough, running enough to keep them balanced, and Linden's got to guess right as to whether they're going to run or throw.
Sandler, not known as a throwing quarterback, has come out putting the ball up. He gives to Gangemi. More than enough for another Randolph first down, their first one on the ground today.
Jimmy carries for first down for Randolph. It'll be first and 10. The ball is on 28-yard line of Linden.
Randolph's controlled the ball for 7 minutes already in the first quarter.
Faked again, Jimmy, to give to Saltz. Saltz will have some good yardage, at least 4 over right tackle.
Again, that was a counter trap coming back to the wide side of the field.
And he did get exactly 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Rams. The champions of their division of the Iron Hills Conference. Sandler again looking in the air, forced out of the pocket. He will run and pick up some yardage. Forced out by Keith Ingram, so Sandler tucked it away and decided to run.
It started out to be a pass. Ingram forced the outside. There were no receivers available. He just tucked it and turned the corner to the outside. Now here comes a replay. Sander back. Cox, he's going to throw. Ingram was in the way, deflected 2 passes before. Sandler turns down the field and picked up enough, might have picked up enough for the first down. We're going to have a measure.
Robert Willis, eventually the man who forced him out.
Get out. He's got it first.
And you heard it and you saw it. Another first down for the Rams, their 5th of this drive.
There was an instance where 2 previous plays on the same play, Ingram batted the ball down. This time he kind of hesitated and went up with his hand, and that's the reason that Sandler got around and was able to turn the corner.
An impressive drive so far for the Rams. They began at their own 20, and they are now down at the Linden 17, where it is 1st and 10. Here's Jimmy Sheridan. Sheridan comes up from his linebacking spot and rides Ganjemi down.
That's a short toss back to the short side, and again Ingram strung it out, turned the play back to the inside. Sheridan made the tackle. Looks like Ganjemi's down, Paul. I don't know whether it's an ankle or a knee, but he's down looking for some.
Ganjemi had come into today's game with an ankle injury, something that had, of course, very much concerned the coaching staff of the Randolph Rams, and it appears as if he is down with that same ankle injury.
It's a very impressive drive. Usually, if you remember, I'd indicated once before that statistically,
that was the play on which Ganjemi was hurt.
Statistically, any more than 8 plays, you're going to get a penalty or a fumble or a motion or whatever. Randolph, in spite of getting that 5-yard penalty and having a 3rd and 14, is still able to maintain a consistent drive.
Ganjemi only 4 carries today, and that may be all he has. We will, of course, will keep an eye to see whether he's back in the game, but he is favoring that right ankle, which has certainly slowed him down. And if he does indeed stop with 7 yards, he would fall 7 yards shy of the 1,000-yard mark.
He wasn't limping too badly walking off. I would guess that he would be back.
Saltz, the lone man in the backfield. Do they set up the shotgun here on the 16th play of the drive? To give to Saltz, and he is inside the 10, and he will be very close to first down yardage. That was some setup they had there. 4 men wide out, 1 man in the backfield.
That was a double slot, and what they've done was effectively hit the curl in the outside pattern, and what Linden did was spread out with him, and then they come back inside with Saltz over left guard.
Saltz did not get first down yardage. He is about a yard shy. It is 3rd and 1. Ball resting just inside the 9. Saltz will try it again. This time he has it. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rams.
Again, counter power off tackle play. That's very basic football, Paul. That kind of offense that they're running, you can't make too many mistakes, and if they execute reasonably well, they're going to be very, very, very effective.
The ball resting just outside the 5-yard line. We are just under the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. First and goal. Sandler with Gogarty in motion. Gives to Saltz. Saltz was tripped up as he crossed the line by Darren Blakeney.
1 yard picked up on the play by Saltz. Stop made by John Mack of Linden.
Well, they picked up 1 yard. They got second and about 4 to go, but of course they're in a 4-down area.
Sandler looking for the pass, goes over the top to Cardinal, and he had more than Cardinal open on that play. So a 4-yard touchdown pass from Scott Sandler to Dave Cardinal, and the Rams are out in front 6-0.
That was an excellent call. What they did was split Gogarty out, ran him right out into the flat. That drew the linebacker up and opened the area behind him. Here's a replay. Sandler comes back out in the flat, took the linebacker up, and then back to the end for the touchdown.
Gogarty was also open on the play. They're going to go for 2. Sandler, all alone is John Fredericks. All alone, there wasn't a Linden Tiger within 7 yards of him, and the score now becomes Randolph 8 and Linden nothing. At the 5:06 mark of the first quarter. So the Randolph Rams controlled the ball for 6 minutes and 54 seconds. The scoring drive for the Rams, it went 19 plays, covered 80 full yards, and then of course Cardinale gathering in the 4-yard touchdown pass from Sandler as the scoring play. 19 plays.
That's an absolutely unbelievable statistic. Randolph shows me a lot more diversified offense than I expected them to have. I knew that they would use a slot, double slot, but they're rather than use them as a deceptive type or a decoy type of aspect of their offense, they're utilizing it effectively.
Kicking off for Randolph, we expect to see as their kicker Fredericks, and that is who is doing the duties. Number 13, Craig Taylor, is the man in the middle, deep. Instead, they go for the little squib kick. It will be fielded by Brian West, and West will down it at the 31-yard line. And that is where Linden will start from on their very first possession of the game. Offensively, the Tigers look this way. It is Rembish and Mike Smith on the right side, Robert Smith the center, and on the left side we have Nick Sheridan as the guard and Ralph Cobbs as the tackle. The backs are Craig Taylor, John Mack, and George Jenkins. The ends are Brian West and Darren Blakeney. And calling signals for the Tigers, Ray Saliga, only 8 for 32 this year, but 2 touchdown passes and 3 rushing touchdowns for Saliga. Has trouble with the snap, and Saliga will keep it. And he'll cross the 36, so he picked up about 4 yards on the broken play, did Ray Saliga. The Randolph Rams go with a 6-man front line, the 4 men up front who will comprise the guards and tackles for the Rams. Are very tough players, and they'll usually be in that down position. Saliga from the eye, he gives to Taylor, and Taylor will not make much, maybe 1 yard on the play. 4-man front line for the Rams. The tackles, Dave Herdman and Tom Lagatuda. The guards are Rick Evans and Jeff Jamer. The linebackers and ends, Dave Cardinal and Ray Johnson, are the defensive ends. Mike Stignone and Kevin Saltz are the linebackers, and the secondary is John Fredericks, Tim Gogarty, and Scott Sandler.
Now, this is the moment of truth. 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Linden has to get the first down here. They can't give Randolph the ball again so quickly in the first quarter.
Jenkins in motion. The give is to Mack, and Mack has the first down. And that's exactly what we told you to look for on those short yard, tough yard situations.
Randolph was in a tight 6-man line that time, and it looked like the backers were Kean Haywood, and what did they do? Exactly what we said before the game. Gave the ball to Mack.
Watch the straight-ahead running of John Mack.
Here's Saliga handing back off to Mack over left tackle. He excellent balance, breaks tackles, and picks up enough for the first down.
Good point about his balance, Bill, and he will take that first hit and roll off of it. From the 45. And again, Mack gets the call.
1 1-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 9, Tigers.
Randolph's mixing up their defenses very well. They're coming in with a tight 6 and then a 4, and in each of them you're closing off the inside and giving them the outside, and the reciprocal of that is true, and Linden's just got to guess right.
Coming into today's game, John Mack with 103 carries for a 3.8 average, only 3 touchdowns. Taylor has done the bulk of the scoring for the Tigers this year. He got 2 on first down, did Mack, so it'll be 2nd and 8. The give to Taylor. He's got the big sweep working, but it is going to be blocked up, but Taylor on his own crosses the 50.
Taylor carries ball into Randolph.
Craig, 1,115 yards on the ground, and he is also caught for 101 yards, so he is well over the 1,200-yard mark total back. 93 points, excuse me, Bill, is the number 2 mark coming into today's action in Union County, right behind Keith Peace of Union.
He's also thrown for a touchdown, too.
That is correct. He is a multi-threat player. 3rd and 4. Mack or Taylor? It's going to be Taylor on the sweep. He's got a stretch. He did not make it. He was wrapped up by Kevin Saltz. Now this becomes money time for the coach.
My bet is that they're going to go for it.
And I don't see any changes at all, so I would assume you are correct with Randolph leading by 8.
I would have figured that if they were down 7, they would have kicked the ball. The fact that they're down 8, they've got to get that second score in. Good call.
Here it is, 4th and about 1. Mack will not make it. Mack was just cut down by Mike Stignone, the linebacker, the senior, 5'11", 2-year starter. Just shot through the line and stopped John Mack before he even got started.
Stignone penetrated exceptionally quick and was into the backfield and just sealed off the line of scrimmage.
Randolph will start from their own 47-yard line. And now the Linden defense has to do the job. And again, we go back to the shotgun. Sandler going in the flat for Gogarty, and it will be over his head and incomplete.
Incomplete, intended for Gogarty. Moving up 2nd and 10.
I think Randolph might go to the well once too often on that, Paul. I suspect that might be intercepted before the day is over.
On the near sideline, we see that Mike Smith, the fine defensive and offensive player for the Tigers, is being looked over by Dr. Max Novich. We will keep an eye on that situation. Sandler goes to Fredericks, and Fredericks has it at the 40. It is another Randolph first down.
Paul, same play they ran before. They cleared the area with Saltz, ran the curl in behind them.
The ball is on the Linden 40-yard line.
The loss of Smith would be detrimental to the Tigers.
All right, let's watch the replay. Here's the snap back to Sandler. The half slot back goes out to the side, split out. Fredericks curls to the inside, makes a nice reception. The other way, Coach.
3 men split to the right side. Instead, the give to Saltz. And Blakeney hits him after he picks up 3.
4-yard pickup on the play. Bring up 2nd in, a long
I'm
6.
impressed with the game plan of Randolph right now. They're spreading the defense just the way they want to, then hitting back inside, and when they bring them back in, they're going outside with the quick passes.
Randolph scored 243 points this season. Linden scored 197. Now, in the game we saw Linden play, they only scored 14. They are more of a ball control team. The point I'm getting to, they cannot afford to be down 14. Sandler loses the handle and finally gobbles it up at the 49-yard line.
That snap was a little bit behind them. And as I said before, that's the worst section of the field to be in, right at that 40-yard line.
3rd and 19 situation for Randolph. The ball is still in Tiger territory on the 49-yard line.
The last time, 3rd and 15, they converted. Let's see what happens here.
Now this time it is 3rd and 19. And by the way, that is the end of quarter number 1. With the score, Randolph 8, Linden nothing. We will be back in just a moment with the second quarter of this Section 2 Group 3 state championship game. Of the second quarter, Sandler fakes once, goes over the middle, and he's got the completion, but only for about 9 yards. The marker you see is only the original first down marker. Fredericks on the receiving end, and it will be 4th and 10 for the Rams. But at the 40, Bill, are they in 4-down territory even with 4th and 10?
Oh yeah. I doubt very much whether they're going to throw the ball. We got a little problem with the clock, Paul. It's showing 12 minutes and 30, or 12 and 7 right now. They're going to have to make an adjustment as to how much time was utilized on that first play.
10 seconds was used up on that play.
So they're going to run the clock down to the 11:50 mark.
Running the clock down to 11:50.
And that's exactly where we are right now, as you can see at home. And now the clock whistled on, and we will get everything started up.
Randolph's coming out in the punt formation, but don't be surprised if you see something else happen.
Okay, Saltz is back to punt. Linden deep to receive, Jenkins and Taylor, and Saltz will give it away.
Boy, that's a nice punt.
He's going for the corner. He has the corner. It will be inside the 10, and it will be at the 9-yard line. So Linden, it will not start in good position. Well, you hear Joe Martino calling Z. Now, that could mean any one of 1,000 things. We'll find out right now.
Z generally refers to a receiver, but I don't know whether Joe's going to put the ball in the air down this far.
First punt of the day for Saltz. It covered 32 yards, and of course there was no return. Let's see what the Tigers called for. It goes to Mack, and Mack will have little, if anything, going over the right side.
It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.